All right. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a demo. So in this demo, I'm going to be demonstrating exactly what BYU Pathway is about and um, what you expect in terms of programs and the general procedure which is associated with the lodging in of any new student into the BYU Pathway system. So let me go back here and click BYUpathway.edu. So BYUpathway.edu is essentially an initiative which is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So this is where I go, right? So because the church is, let's say, pushing this forward, the idea is that they empower people within marginalized communities so that they are equipped with the necessary knowledge or resources which they need to be skilled within the areas of expertise which they are training. So there are two universities which are associated with and affiliated with BYU Pathway Worldwide. So BYU Pathway Worldwide provides the resources for students worldwide to access BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College courses. So BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College designed these courses, and these are then refined through a mutual correspondence for them to be delivered through BYU Pathway. So there is no difference in terms of the content of these courses between someone who is attending a physical university and the online university. Some actually say the online university is actually more difficult because um, you are mostly self-taught. You research on your own, and everything that you earn is pretty much on you, and probably some teamwork skills. And you also learn to work within a decentralized environment where you associate with students from different countries, different time zones as well. So BYU Pathway was created to serve online students. Degrees are awarded by BYU Idaho and Ensign College. I myself went through Ensign College, and BYU Pathway provides the resources to help you succeed. So this is our president of the church. BYU Pathway Worldwide brings innovative approach to education, one unique to the church educational system and to the world. So it's the first of its kind. There have been other universities who have tried this. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to execute it successfully. So this is one of the first global rollouts that is operating from the US to UK to China and Africa, all continents at once. So anyone from all regions is eligible, and there is enough room to accommodate quite a number. So by my last count, or at least a research, I realized that there are over 60,000 students who have lodged within the system. So this is the prophet, leader. You might probably be familiar with pastors within your churches and prophets, perhaps, but he is one prophet who heads or leads the entire global church. So he's the one who directs every, let's say, spiritual motive which is administered by the church. So he's the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So this is the full name of the church. So if you want to learn more about the church, you just simply go to lds.org. So you find quite a lot of information there. People can be saying quite a lot of stuff. Are we Christian? what are church services like? Do we believe in the Bible, etc.? But it's pretty much the usual and more. You will learn that if you go on the church website. It's preferable that you research on the church website, churchofjesuschrist.org, because people have over the years amassed quite significant amounts of hate for the work that we do. But if you want legitimate information, you just go to our church, you get more informed there. So the idea was that we wanted to empower the church members. So the church had accumulated enough resources to begin this rollout. So uh, the church mobilizes the resources, and then they are more like now emerging as um, this decentralized university. So they've got resource centers in multiple countries: Ghana, Nigeria. In Zimbabwe, I'm sure very soon we'll be having one, which will be completed. So essentially, for you to begin, uh, or let's say for you to attain a bachelor's degree, it is composed of three certificates, right? Certifications, which are three of them distinct certificates, and then there are some elective courses which are part of that as well. Then there is the associate degree certification, which is awarded after some elective courses on top of these on top of two certificates. So all in all, you will get five certifications when you attain BYU pathway. Is let's say when you go through the BYU pathway process. So the idea is you start with the certificate, then go to the associate degree, right? So the associate degree is composed of two certificates and some general elective courses. And then the full bachelor's degree is composed of three certificates and some general elective courses. So a bachelor's degree has got 90 credits, essentially probably 34, 35 courses, which you do for the bachelor's degree. So it's pretty much the same as the number of courses which you would do if you're at NAST. It's around 30 to 35, maybe 35. It's pretty much the same number. So how do you start? So you start by applying. So the application, there are no prerequisites to this. So they just want you and your commitment. So you start with Pathway Connect. What is Pathway Connect? So Pathway Connect more like acts as the bridge. So there are three courses in Pathway Connect. So it contains three courses which are PC 101, PC 102, and PC 103. So these three courses act as foundation courses which help you to familiarize with some of the technology and workflow which is associated with an online learning environment. You'll be learning how to conduct meetings, online meetings to be specific, organize into groups in a decentralized setup, and make friends from all different countries. So once you do two courses under your pathway certificate, remember, pathway certificate contains three courses: PC 101, PC 102, and PC 103. So Pathway Connect, let's just say, when you do two courses in Pathway Connect, they then ask you to pick from the catalog. So the catalog itself contains quite a number of courses. So it has got quite a range in business, technology, communication, health, family, and professional studies. So what are these certifications? So these are all certificates which are available. So you've got IT professional, project management, software development, systems administration, technical support, engineering, teaching English as a foreign language. So there are quite a number of courses. It just depends with the scenario and the background which you have. So there is also graphics design fundamentals, health program evaluations, etc. These are the certificates which are constituted within associate degrees and bachelor's degrees. So within your associate degree, we've got these associate degrees. So the software development, information technology, communication, applied health, family history, etc. Then for the bachelor's degrees, there's IT, software development, professional studies, communication, applied health, etc. So for me, for my associate degree, I've got an associate degree in information technology. So information technology, it's different from software development, but software development is about primarily programming or building systems uh, based on some programming logic. So you learn quite a lot, but most pivot on programming. Within IT, yes, there is programming. Quite some courses which have got programming, but you also do PowerShell, some Bash scripting, etc. There's quite a lot of content in IT, but it's more aligned towards the management of information technology infrastructure. What do I mean by that? So you could pivot in cybersecurity, Windows Server administration, Linux administration, etc. So there's quite a range of content under that. So this is under technology. So if I'm to go under technology, you will realize that we've associate in information technology, associate in software development, bachelor's information technology, bachelor's in software development. So I've got a bachelor's of information technology and an associate in information technology, and the certificates. Remember, each degree has got 3 certificates. So if you pick information technology, you are going to face IT professional certificate, systems administration certificate, and technical support engineer certificate. If you do software development degree, then it's software development, web and computer programming, and then web development. So what is each course like? So each course is 3 credits. 3 credit means you study for 18 hours every week. How you divide those 18 hours, that's up to you. So for me, I studied longer because some concepts were a bit new. So sometimes it might end up being 24 or even more, depending on how fast you can grasp some concepts. There will be days or weeks which you take even longer. It might be 36 instead of 18. That is expected. So otherwise, each certificate has got 5 courses. So let me go under certificates so that we evaluate one. Let's go into this software development course. So for the certificate in software development, you'll be doing 6 courses, as you can see. There is programming with data structures, software testing, professional readiness, applied programming, .NET software development, and software engineering principles. So you want to, uh, let's just say, go to the website and see the full catalog. So the full catalog contains almost everything that you need. It's quite big. It's quite big. So this is under software development certificate. These are the courses which we just saw. software testing, etc. If you need to learn more detail about software testing, credit hours 3, so that means 18 hours a week, which means 6 hours a week per credit. So it's quite some work. So what I am more interested in now is, let's say, going through the sign up process. So for the rest of the information, I'm sure you can make a plan and see how else you can move through it. So if you need to sign up, so all systems use church account. So if you're not a member of the church, you can create a new account. It's free. So if you have a church account but not remember your login information, click forgot and you can always recover your account. So when you click apply now, so remember, you go to the website, start application, or just click on apply for free, right? So when you click apply for free, you come to this page, church account. So when you say apply now, it then sends you to here. Since you don't have an account, you say create a new account. Where are you? You need to be very specific where you are because it matters how you be made eligible for some of these offers, emails, etc. so that it's tailored to your region. And then you create a username and a password. So let's say I created a username called what could I call this one? So these are the list of people who I created accounts for. That's why you see them here. All right, so let me just play around. Username is Chifamba. For the password, you see, username is not available. So when it does that, I'm sure you are used to this. You can just write Miss Chifamba. So that one is available. And then you create a password. So it has to be a strong password. So you can right click and let me see. This is a different browser, but I've got another browser which can generate a complex password. Yeah. So let me just write Chifamba hashtag 2025. You see that? And then I click next. Membership record number. You are not a member, right? First name, last name, email, age range. You then need to fill out all this information, agree to the terms and conditions. Email, you also place your email there, age range, etc. Then when you're done, you then create account. So I'm not going to proceed here since I don't have access to this information. But when you're done, you've already created an account. You now need to log in. So when you log in, for example, if it's me trying to log in, it will automatically detect that I am already in the system, so it won't proceed. So once I verify here, it will not proceed with me creating another account because already, you see, it has searched the database and said previously admitted. I don't need a new application. But otherwise, If I go to my dashboard, it's showing that no applications. But otherwise, if you just follow the simple process on the website, I'm sure you can read around. And if you have any questions, you can always ask. There's quite a lot of content here. So the costs, like I was saying before, it's going to be $5 per credit. So if a certificate has got 5 courses, and if each certificate is 3 courses, so that means 3 credits times 5 courses, that means 15 times 5, that gives you 75. But there is an option for you to get a scholarship. So there's a guaranteed scholarship which you can apply after you've applied. So they recognize the condition of some of these students. Like for you to just take your first pathway course is 2 credits. So $10 can be nearly impossible to come by. But someone who is willing to help can perhaps chip in. So they give you a 50% discount, 50% scholarship with this one. So once it applies, you can reapply every year, right? You reapply every year. So some people donated already for that. So it's one of those things. There are people who are generous out there. Even me, if I manage to secure a reasonable amount of income, I think I'll probably donate as well to help others, since I was also helped. That's how we work. So there are others who are wealthy enough to finance this whole thing. Some of them donate, and some of them uh, actually work behind the scenes as lecturers to um, be supporting of some of these lecturers. So otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to always contact me. I'll do a video for simplicity.